The next player on our draft board is edge rusher Jayson Oweh. Oweh, as you may know, is an insane athlete. Of the two Penn State football players of note that we've talked about so far that are great athletes, Parsons and Oweh, Oweh's the better athlete. Now, the better football player is Parsons, but Jayson Oweh is the best pure athletic talent to come out of Penn State since Saquon Barkley. He has incredible explosiveness off the line of scrimmage. He's very strong for his size, and I don't know if you've ever seen these highlights, but he is fast. Any way you want to measure his speed, short speed, long speed, 40 yards, chasing a receiver down the field speed, he's got it. Some teams want to see him as a linebacker because he might be not the traditional body type. He's a little narrow at his hips. He's not the full, thick-bodied guy you might want at the edge rusher position, but he plays with enough strength and arm length to make up for that and is a complete prospect in the athletic profile for an edge rusher, regardless of what system you want to play him in. One of my favorite things about Oweh that he improved on in 2020 is he doesn't like being blocked. He uses his hands violently to try and disengage from blocks. Now, whether or not he actually does that, that is the case with Jayson Oweh. What separates him from Parsons, or a player that I compared him to like Barkley, that make those players generational type talents, is the production and the actual positional skills. Is he a finished prospect? No. But if you watch where he was in 2019, which was bad as far as his technical abilities at the position, there was a clear improvement to not as bad in 2020. And I know that what we're saying here doesn't sound great, but there is a clear progression for a guy who is young to the defensive end position. So if you want to look for improvement in a year like 2020, where he didn't even meet his positional coach until the fall, there is some clear evidence of progression from Oweh and the fact that he became a much better run defender in 2020. The raw prospect profile, while it fits, is not the complete picture. Now, he doesn't have a consistent plan of attack when he attacks the tackle. That is true. But when he does have a plan, you can see that he has intentional use of his hands, and he's not flailing about. He has several moves that he tries. The problem is if they don't work, he doesn't have a plan B. He doesn't have a counter. And it's the consistency in which he has a successful rep that is the difference for Oweh. And please, don't talk to me about sacks. Literally, I don't care about the number of sacks. 0 isn't good, but if he had 1 or 2 in 2020, would it made that much of a difference to you? It would have? Okay, well, I can't fix that for you. I'm sorry. Now, what's going to make him a first-round pick other than the measurables is that I think there's a higher floor than people want to give credit for because he is a good run defender. Jayson Oweh is a good run defender who has great athletic tools and can be an all-around player at the position if he's able to progress as a pass rusher. If he isn't, and he becomes a good rotational speed rusher, with his skills, he's going to be a good player at the position. It's just a matter of if he hits that high-end potential. The reason Yetur Gross-Matos didn't go in the first round 2 years ago is because he didn't have that high-end explosive ability that a guy like Oweh has. So between all of the players that we're going to talk about as far as pass rushers, Jayson Oweh has the highest upside, including Micah Parsons.